Sound of a gentle morning, birds chirping, then a dramatic thud and a cat's meow of confusion. All right, picture this. It's a sunny Tuesday morning. Whiskers the cat, a creature of habit and impeccable taste, strolls into the kitchen for his breakfast. His absolute favorite, the deluxe salmon pâté. He rounds the corner, tail held high, ready to feast. And then he stops, dead in his tracks. The bowl is empty. Dramatic, suspenseful music begins to build softly. Now, this isn't just an empty bowl. This is a crime scene. Whiskers lets out a mournful meow that echoes through the house. The salmon pâté was just served fresh. He saw it with his own 2 eyes not 10 minutes ago. Who would commit such a heinous act? The betrayal hangs heavy in the air. Just then, from a tiny hole behind the refrigerator, a small nose twitches. It's Reginald the rat. Now, you might think a cat and a rat are natural enemies, but in this house things were complicated. They had an arrangement. Reginald was no ordinary rat. He was a connoisseur of crumbs and a self-proclaimed private investigator. Seeing Whiskers' distress, he knew this was a case only he could crack. Music shifts to a quirky, detective-style theme. Reginald scurries out, adjusting an imaginary fedora on his head. "All right, Whiskers," he squeaks, his voice surprisingly deep for his size. "Give me the rundown. Don't leave out a single detail." Whiskers, through sniffles, recounts the tragedy. The perfect pâté, the glint of the morning sun on the ceramic bowl, the crushing disappointment. Reginald nods sagely, stroking his whiskers. "A classic locked room mystery," he declares. The human is out, the dog is asleep. It had to be an inside job. Their investigation begins. The first suspect? Barnaby the beagle, currently snoring on the living room rug, a picture of innocence. But Reginald is thorough. He sniffs around Barnaby's bed. "Aha!" he exclaims. He holds up a single stray piece of kibble. He's been eating his own food. Motive none, alibi solid. He's clean. Next, they examine the scene of the crime. Reginald, with his keen rat senses, circles the empty bowl. No paw prints, no slobber. This was a clean job, professional. He looks closer, his nose almost touching the ceramic. Then he sees it. A single, almost invisible, shimmering trail leading away from the bowl and under the back door. Music swells with intrigue. "Slime!" Reginald announces. "Our culprit is slimy." Whiskers and Reginald follow the faint trail. It leads them out the cat flap, across the patio, and towards the garden. The suspense is killing them. Who could it be? A rogue frog? An escaped snail with a penchant for fine dining? They round the corner of the rose bushes and stop. There, sitting in a patch of sunlight, is the culprit. It's not a frog, not a snail. It's Gary, the garden tortoise. And in front of him, the missing salmon pâté, nearly all gone. He's munching away slowly, blissfully unaware of the chaos he's caused. Apparently, the back door was left just slightly ajar, and Gary, who usually moves at a glacial pace, was spurred on by the irresistible aroma of deluxe salmon. He'd made the long, slow journey into the kitchen, eaten his fill, and was now enjoying a post-meal sunbathe. Whiskers stares, a mix of anger and disbelief. Reginald the rat puts a comforting paw on his furry leg. "Well, pal," he squeaks, "case closed. Looks like our hardened criminal is a little too hard-shelled to prosecute." Whiskers lets out a sigh, and they both just watch the tortoise for a moment. The mystery was solved, but breakfast was still gone. I guess some crimes just don't pay, unless you're a tortoise with a surprisingly refined palate.